Good morning, everyone. I'm LB from SprintPCB again. See you again and welcome to our live streaming in SprintPCB. Do you know SprintPCB? SprintPCB is a PCB and PCBA manufacturer in China. We started in Daxing District, Beijing City, and relocated to Shenzhen City in 2011. SprintPCB has been committed to the rapid delivery and the high-frequency PCB, multilayer PCB, high-speed PCB manufacturer. Our advantage is in the fast delivery, fast reaction, and the high-quality PCB production for you. Of course, we will help you to source the components and also do the PCB assembly. And right now, today, we will introduce you our PCB factory in Bao'an District, Shenzhen City. Our factory have more than 500 people, employees in this working shop. And in our PCB, we have more than 100 engineers in our PCB factory to help you for the high frequency, high-speed PCB, and fast reaction of the PCB manufacturing. Okay, I will show you our office first, and then take you to our workshop for the PCB circuits making, and also the solder mask, seal screen, profile, e-test, all of this to show you our workshop, how it is running, and how us to help you to provide the high frequency, high speed PCB manufacturing. Okay, let's go. Okay, our SprintPCB, this is our office in SprintPCB, Bao'an District, Shenzhen City. Our factory is near the airport in Shenzhen, so it's very convenient for you to visit our factory. You can see our PCB logo in the front desk. The logo have 12 green lines in the logo, means environmental friendly and humanity and high frequency, high quality production. Okay. I will mainly to introduce our PCB exhibition. You can see we have many PCB samples here. Our PCB application in many different fields. I will introduce you later. And firstly, we can see this screen. We will also have the a screen to show to our customers from the exhibition to see how each different process working in our workshop. Okay, and I will introduce you our partners. Partners like the suppliers of the base material and other materials of the PCB manufacturing. We have the tile ink for the solder mask and cane board for the base material. Of course, we also have TUC, Shengyi, and Wangning. Also the Rogers, the base material brand, different base material brand to provide you fast reaction and fast delivery of the PCB request. You can send your PCB request of the base material to us, and then we quote and provide a manufacturer based on your PCB-based material from our in-stock material. So we can support very fast PCB delivery to you. And our company development history in this screen, we can see our PCB is started in 2007 in Daxing District, Beijing City, and relocated to Shenzhen City in 2011. And we have attained the high-tech certification in 2012. Also, also, we earned the IATF 16949 certification in 2017. And since the December of 2024, we moved our PCB factory from the old workshop, our old workshop in Shajing area in Bao'an district, and moved from Shajing to the Fuyong area, which is very close to the Shenzhen airport. So we moved from the December in 2024 in this new place. The office, the factory is very modern and beautiful and environmental friendly. So we can support you very high quality and stable PCB quality to you, and good competitive price and good after sales service to you. Okay, our PCB application is range from the industrial control, medical devices, also electronical and security, AI and communication, and automotive application. Also have the new energy application for you. So if you have any PCB inquiry, you can tell us the application too. We can help you to find our deep experience for the PCB manufacturing and give you some good suggestion in the design to you. Because as I mentioned just now, we have more than 100 engineers in our office, so we can provide you extra engineer tracking for you during your PCB design phase. So during this time, you can have any queries to us, have discussed with us. And we also can give some extra service to you, like online training, or if you have time, you can come to our office. We can show you our factory manufacturing, also have the engineer to train you how our PCB manufacturing working, how we made the high quality PCB, how we based on the PCB standard to you. Of course, you will have question, what kind of standard we can provide you? We can provide you based on the standard IPC standard, Class 2 and IPC Class 3. So you can give us your requests if you have a request for based on IPC Class 2 or Class 3. Okay, and then we will follow this standard and produce the PCB for you. Okay, and here I will introduce, we have the exhibition hall. We have exhibition like ISO, also UL, IATF 16949. Such like this, we can provide you based on different PCB application. Okay? So we can have fast through going through our office here. So welcome our new friend to our live streaming. Yeah, this is our office, very modern and very clean, beautiful, and our workers working here very happily every day. And but we need to keep very quiet for the engineers because they need to pay attention to your cable file, pay attention to the design, and we can also help to provide you extra engineer service, like we can help you to do the cable file tracking and give you some suggestion, like we can give you some layer stack structure suggestion, such like that. So we focus on not only the PCB manufacturing, also we can provide you very good service for the PCB boards. And here is our team of the sales. And we can go fast through of the office first. And we have a team to do the orders, treatments, the sales to help you to dealing with the fast reaction of the PCB quoting. Our PCB reaction of the quotation reaction is within 2 working hours. We can provide you quotation of the PCB within 2 working hours after you send the cable files to us. Okay. And welcome new friends coming to our live streaming. Yes, here is Sprint PCB. Sprint PCB is a prototype to the mass production PCB manufacturer. We can provide you multi-layer PCB, high-frequency PCB, high-speed PCB manufacturing within very fast reaction and fast delivery to you. And here these rows are our engineer team. We have more than 100 engineers, and we can support to provide you the global file, working global file engineer questions within the one day, the same day when you issue the PO to us, because our engineers working three times shift, three times shift within one day. So we can provide you very fast reaction and provide you the working global and engineer questions within the same day when you issue the PO to us. Okay, let's go. And you can see our engineers is have the global file into the professional system and checking your global files. Yeah. Okay. And this is our training room. Training room, just now I mentioned, we can provide you extra service for the training. We can help you online training or offline training when you have time to visit our company, and we can show you our factory to trace you some process, how the process making based on your question. And we also will have three times training within 1 week for all of our workers. We can train them how to manage the machines, train them how to control the quality, train them how to, based on the IPC class, how to, based on the system, such like that. So we have a very strict training plan and process for all of our workers, so that we can meet your PCB quality requirements. Okay, we can go in the elements, and we can go to our workshop. I will introduce you the circuit making and also introduce you the profile of PCB, electronic tests, and physical lab and export. I will introduce you the later production phases, processes of the PCB manufacturing to you. Okay, and here welcome some new friends coming to our live streaming. Welcome to SprintPCB live streaming. SprintPCB is a PCB manufacturing focused on prototype and mass production of multi-layer PCB, high-frequency, high-speed PCB manufacturing. If you have any questions, you can write down your questions on the screen of the YouTube. Yeah, here you can see this is our the land for the parking in our factory. It's big and very beautiful and clean, and our big logo with the 12 green lights here. Yeah, and this building is mainly for the PCB manufacturing. We have the image pattern plating, panel plating on the first floor, and second floor we will have the circuit making, and third floor we will have the solder mask, we have seal screen and profile, electronic test, and a physical lab in the third floor. And today I will introduce you our second floor and third floor on this in this building. Okay, let's go. Before going the second floor, before going in our workshop, we need to have the shoe cats, should wear the shoes. Yeah, here is our first floor. The first floor is mainly for the lamination, for the multi-layer PCB, and also for the panel plating, copper plating, etching, such like that. But today, I will mainly introduce our second floor and the third floor. That is for the circuit making, profile, electronic tests, and the final export, the packing department for you. Why SprintPCB can give you such a fast reaction for the quotation and the working group and engineer question? Because we have more than 100 engineers in our office, in our factory. We can provide you engineer questions and the working group within the same day when you issue the PO to us. Yeah, because our engineers can working 3 times shift. So once you issue the order to us and place an order to us, and then our engineer will have fast track and for the global file and provide you the working group and engineer questions to you. And our audit engineer can also have fast reaction to the global file during the quotation phase. We can provide you the quotation within 2 working hours. Within 2 working hours, we can provide you the quotation for the PCB. And our PCB quality is mainly based on the IPC class 2 and IPC class 3. It is based on your requirements. We can base on the IPC class to produce the PCB and to meet the high quality of the PCB manufacturing. So if you have any other request of the PCB, you can also raise your question, raise your requirements to us, and we can write down to your questions, your requirements to our system, and we can produce based on the system requirements for each PCB processes. Okay, here is the second floor of the PCB workshop. It is mainly for the circuit making, and you can see these lines are for the roughing. We have the outer roughing, the medium roughing before the circuit making here. And we have the AOI test, AOI checking after the circuit making. And here is the devices for the AOI devices. Yeah, here is the AOI workshop. After the circuit making, we will have the AOI checking to make sure the PCB won't have the circuits open or circuits short. So make sure the next step is based on the high quality, based on the good quality, without any defaults, any defects. Yes, of course, we have AOI for the inner layer, also AOI for the outer layer. Each process, we can make sure the quality is good and make sure no defects, and then move on the next process. each of our employees will be trained how to highly control the machine to do the good job on each position to make sure the high quality of the PCB manufacturing, so that you don't need to worry about the quality, because we will have 3 times training for all of our PCB workers here. Yeah, if we focus on the high quality and also focus on the PCB training. We focus on the knowledge, PCB knowledge export. If you have any inquiries, we can also help you to do the offline or online PCB training. Yes, we can provide this extra service to you. So welcome the new friend to our live streaming. Yeah, here is SprintPCB, and this is the second floor. The second floor of the workshop is for the circuit making. Yeah, we can go through the outside from the PCB workshop. We can see how it is making of the circuits. When we go in the circuits workshop, we need to dress. We need to wear the platform. Yeah, wear the professional platform and then go into it. So today we can show you through the window. We can see through the window. We can see what is the main devices we produce in our factory, to make sure how we make sure the high quality based on the IPC class 2 or IPC class 3. How we control the quality and make it very stable and ship to you. How we made the precise PCB manufacturing based on the your customers' requirements. And our advantage is mainly for the multi-layer PCB manufacturing, high frequency PCB, high-speed PCB manufacturing. Yeah, and this line we see is the etching line. Yeah. From this window, we can see there are LED devices inside the circuit making room. Temperature, moisture control inside, and LDI is not use the silk screen. It's use the film to make the circuit using the laser of the LDI devices to make the circuit making. So make sure the PCB is very high quality and precise circuits based on IPC class 2 or IPC class 3. This is the LDI devices for the circuit making, and then I will introduce LDI devices for the solder mask. Okay, let's go. Now the PCB quality test, because actually we will have the AOI, HQC, InQC, and also FQC for all of PCB processes. And this workshop is for the solder mask development. Solder mask development is also will use the LDI devices to make the precise solder mask SM development. We can see yes, we the temperature control inside the solder mask shop. The solder mask also the ensure the high quality precise solder mask. In this process, after the solder mask development, we also will have the QC to tracking the solder mask if any and the cracks on the solder mask. So we pay attention to the quality It is based on the IPC standard, based on IPC class 2, IPC class 3. Yes, of course, it is fully based on your Gerber file. Your engineer can provide the engineer working Gerber file for your confirmation before the production. We can provide the Gerber and EQ engineer question. I mean, to provide this to you within the same day when you place it as. So we can give you very fast reaction for orders. Okay, we can go through, we can go on the third floor to see how we do profile and how we do the electronic test. Hello, welcome the new friends to our SprintPCB live streaming. Here is the SprintPCB live streaming. SprintPCB is a professional PCB manufacturing for the prototype to mass production. Our advantage is for the multi-layer PCB, high frequency PCB, high speed PCB manufacturing. Yes, high frequency and high speed PCB manufacturing. Because we have the base material in our stock, we can provide you king board and TUC, rotors, stringy, such like that. We can provide this type of base material from our stock, so we can provide you with a very fast delivery time because we have this base material in our own stock. Okay, this is the legend workshop steel screen to make the steel screen. Yeah, for the steel screen, we can provide you different color. Just now, we show you the soda mask. For soda mask, we can provide color in green, yellow, purple, white, black, blue, such like that. And for steel screen, we can also provide different color too, based on your soda mask. Yeah. So, and we can have a look at our workshop. Yeah, this is our steel screen workshop. I will introduce, this is our new devices. Yes, the new machines. When we move our factory from Shating to Fuyong, we introduce new devices for the screen too. These two devices with more effective working. Like for this one, we have two tables to make a steel screen, so it can be more effective. And this machine have one more effective working QR code, that QR code or numbers. Our factory is close to the Shenzhen airport, very close to Shenzhen airport. Yes, you just need to take the metro with three metro stations, and then you can come to visit our factory after you land to Shenzhen from the airport. You see what? Here is our profile workshop. Our profile workshop, we have more than 20 devices for the profile workshop. Yeah, we produce the PCB in panel, and in this profile workshop, we root out the PCB based on your panel request or based on your unique PCB size or unique PCB shape. And we have different routing qubits lifetime, and how many meters the qubit has used, and we have the data in here, and also have data imported the computer to make sure each qubit is within their lifetime. Yes, we calculate the qubit by the unit meters. Yeah. In this workshop, you can see go through this slide. You can have the VCAT after the profile. VCAT for the small PCB size and VCAT for the big PCB size. Yeah. And of course, we have many customers visit here. You can also invite us, introduce our workshop and our service lifetime to our customers to let them know we focus on the high quality PCB manufacturing. Yeah, we focus on the high quality PCB manufacturing. Oh yes, I was asking the question, what kind of standard we base on? Yeah, we base on the IPC class 2 and IPC class 3. And if you have extra requirements for the PCB quality, you can also base on your requirements. We can write down your PCB requirements in the PCB, in our PCB system. So each process, once worker to open the computer, it will come out your PCB quality requirements. So each process is based on the standard and based on your PCB requirements. Yeah, you can see this machine have the 4 heads. 4 heads to make the different PCB profile, different PCB routine. This PCB and this PCB is different. So this is 1 unit. 2 heads, 1 unit to make 1 type of PCB. We can use, based on your global file, you can use the slot based on the tolerance in IPC class 2 or IPC class 3. Or if you have extra PCB requirements, you can write them to us. We can base on the requirement too. Okay, you may have questions. If your PCB have the edge beveling or any other requirements, how we make it? Yes, we can make the edge beveling. We here can make the edge beveling here. And these 2 machines is for the VCAT. This one is for the small size PCB VCAT, and this one for bigger PCB VCAT. And oh, yeah, the water is asking me to drink it. And okay, next step we will go to have a look at our electronic test workshop. All of us know electronic test. The test is very important. Why? Because it can make sure the PCB no short circuit, no open circuit. So make sure the PCB board is electronic pass all of the tests. We can make 100% electronic test, no matter it is a prototype or mass production. We made a 100% electronic test. We have more than 25 devices in this electronic test workshop. can see here, we can have a close screen close test. Yeah, our workers will set up your global file into these devices in the computer, and the machine will find out the test points based on your global file and do the 100% flying flow test, also the electronic test. And the PCB test devices is the top brand in China. So make sure the precise of the test, make sure the effective and high quality test within the limited time, so we can provide you high quality PCB within the fast delivery. And for the mass production, we also can make the fixture, to use the fixture to do the electronic test. It is also 100% test. And after electronic test, you have the FQC, final quality check, for all of the PCB. For PCB prototype, we will have the FQC by human, handmade, and for the mass production, we will have the AVI test machines for the mass production. The inspection, AVI is for the inspection check. Here is the FQC room. This machine is AVI inspection devices for mass production. It is for the inspection of the PCB board after electronic test. Electronic test is to test the functional issues, and AVI is for the inspection of the outlook. So each process, we will make sure the high quality of the PCB after the electronic test and FQC workshop. So make sure all of our PCB manufacturing is based on your requirements or the IPC class 2 and IPC class 3. Yeah, here is welcome the new friends coming to our SprintPCB live streaming. SprintPCB is a PCB manufacturer or focus on multilayer PCB, high frequency PCB, high speed PCB manufacturing. Now, here you see is the AVI devices for the inspection of mass production PCB. Here is our FQC workshop, and AVI devices is for the mass production inspection. We can do 100% electronic test, and after that, we will move the PCB to the FQC workshop. And for prototype, FQC is made by human, and for mass production, FQC is made by the AVI devices. This devices you see is for the AVI devices. Okay, after the PCB manufacturing, of course, we can meet your requirements to provide many reports, like the inspection report, FQC report, electronic test report. Also, if your PCB have the impedance control, we can measure the impedance control impedance and issue the report to you too. So if you have, we can provide you the whole processes from the surface quotation within 2 working hours, and also to give you working Gerber engineer a track, and also give you the high quality PCB manufacturing, even extra service like the online or offline training and PCB process production, and also the reports and 100% electronic tests. Yes, so make sure all of the PCB service and PCB manufacturing is based on IPC class 2 or IPC class 3. So SprintPCB is PCB manufacturing based on the competitive price, high speed PCB reaction, fast reaction, and fast delivery and good service, including the quotation service and from quotation and after sales service. And we focus on the packing. Our packing is based on the export packing. We can export based on the express, and also by sea or by air. We have our forwarder too. Also, we can support if you have your own forwarder. We can, based on your forwarder, we can ship the PCB to your forwarder, and you can store with your forwarder, ship to your country. Of course, if you need us to directly to ship to your country, we can ship to you too, because we have signed a contract with different express, and also we have our own forwarder to support shipping to different countries. Okay, and welcome to SprintPCB. If you have time, when you come to visit us, you can just take 3 metro stations from the Shenzhen airport, and it's very convenient for you. And I hope next time you can have time to come to visit our factory at LB. I'm LB. I will stand here and welcome you and discuss with you. And if you need the extra service, we can also provide you the online or offline training. Yeah. Okay. 不是吗？